Support for this program is provided by Sequent Planning, an SEC-registered investment advisor, helping people make informed retirement income decisions. Additional information is available at sequentomaha.com.
In 2018, the CDC determined that about 1 in 59 children is diagnosed with some form of autism, and boys are 4 times more likely to be diagnosed than girls. Good afternoon, I'm Jay Bridgman.
And I'm Brian Vomaka. Coming up, food truck businesses are gaining traction in Omaha. One family battles the cold weather to bring 3 generations of cooking to the community.
All this and more on the Omaha News.
From the studios of UNO Television, this is the Omaha News, presented by UNO School of Communication.
Over the past 7 years, the food truck industry has seen an increase of over 12% in revenue. Reporter Ben Helwig braved the rainy streets and chowed down on the secrets behind some of the most popular mobile restaurants in the city.
With over 50 possibilities in the city, Omaha has become a hub for the increasingly popular food truck industry. Even on days where the wind is blowing 20 miles per hour and the rain is coming down, food truck connoisseurs will still make their way out in the cold to support these local businesses. Rain or shine, food trucks can be found here just outside of Jean Leahy Mall every Thursday from 11 to 1:30 p.m. where you can get anything from burgers to giant burritos, courtesy of Maria Bonita. The family-run operation has cooked up street eats in some variety for over 60 years, but the vision has always been the same.
We started up just wanting to sell our culture and wanting to sell out our food and share our experience.
Karimi Diaz-Lopez represents the 3rd generation for Maria Bonita, and while her grandmother still shoulders a lot of the work, Diaz-Lopez tries to assist whenever possible.
My grandmother usually does all of this by herself on the weeks because most of my family members work and have their own kids. So she runs this business by herself usually. My mother does the caterings and does all of that. I usually just help out with the cashier.
It's that kind of work ethic and drive that keeps food trucks like Maria Bonita constantly on the move to find their next customer.
Instead of us waiting for them to come to us, we go to them.
For the Omaha News, I'm Ben Helwig.
On a normal Thursday, as many as 15 food trucks can be found near Jean Leahy Mall in the afternoon. Despite the less than ideal weather conditions, Maria Bonita was one of 3 food trucks still out braving the elements.
After a recent string of complaints related to car break-ins in West Omaha, local runners are coming together to combat the problem with the race. Take Back Z. The goal of this event is to raise money to buy security cameras in the parking lots of Zorinsky Lake. Signs have been put all over the trails that both advertise the run and warn criminals, letting them know that their last days are numbered. The organizer of the event, Joe Sutter, has been running at the lake for 10 years and says he's felt like it's time to do something about it.
They've got, 150 parks throughout Omaha. They can't afford to put cameras in all of them, but if someone in the community was willing to step up and do something like this, they said, heck yeah, we'd love to have you. So we hope it kind of snowballs into something even bigger that helps all the surrounding communities.
Sutter says even runners from as far as Lincoln have already signed up to participate in the run. He hopes this race not only helps people's personal property, but also with runner safety moving forward.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha recently held a screening of the documentary film Don't Forget Me. Jackie Spinner has experience as a Columbia College professor, a former Washington Post reporter, and producer of this film that follows her personal journey with her family.
Don't Forget Me is a documentary that follows several children growing up with autism in Morocco. Jackie Spinner has 2 autistic sons that were born in Morocco, and her personal experience raising them was the inspiration behind the film.
I tried to enroll him in school, and after I told people he was autistic, I couldn't find a school for him to go to. And so That personal process made me realize that autistic kids in Morocco didn't have a right to go to school.
Spinner says that special considerations had to be made while filming the children.
To do it in a way that was sensitive to them, that portrayed them accurately, but also that I didn't overwhelm them with extra lights and noise and all of the things that I'm sensitive to because they're autistic.
In addition to a screening of her new film, Spinner also held a workshop where she talked to students about the process of documentary filmmaking.
Dr. Chris Allen shared his thoughts on what students could learn from the workshop.
How do you address an uncomfortable topic that both your interview subjects are not entirely comfortable with and the government of the country that you're doing it in is really not comfortable with?
This was Spinner's first experience making a film, and she wants students to learn the same thing that she did.
At the end of the day, if you are a good storyteller and you surround yourself with people who understand the technical aspects, you can tell a story any way that you want.
Don't Forget Me premiered in Morocco and has been shown at several film festivals in the United States.
Coming up, a local university hosted an open discussion about racial issues affecting the country and the Omaha community.
Next, we look at a prehistoric museum exhibit that lets kids interact with the past and dig into learning.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
The University of Nebraska-Omaha has 14 club sports offered year-round. UNO Ultimate is one of those teams that practices twice a week. Each team travels around the country competing against other colleges. Club sports are a great way for students to compete at a collegiate level.
We have a tournament this weekend where we're going to be representing the school in a sanctioned event, not just a fun scrimmage against a crosstown rival.
Check out the club sports page on the UNO website under the Engage tab to join a team today.
Hello, my name is Allison Waken, and I'm an instructor in the College of Communication. I teach Public Speaking Fundamentals, or CMST 1110. Many of my students find that public speaking is going to be too embarrassing or too difficult, but learning the basics can be very beneficial. UNO's public speaking course isn't just about how to give a successful presentation, but so much more. In this course, you will learn how to collect and organize information. Doing this allows you to communicate with people so they can be a part of the conversation. Thank you, and I hope to see you in class.
What I feel coming to UNO is a sense of community, feeling like I had a home, and so I chose UNO because of that. To me, access to exceptional is having a cheerleader in your life, and anybody who has stepped foot in UNO knows that somebody cares about you. School isn't just getting a GPA. To go above and beyond that is what's going to make you an exceptional applicant to a job or a graduate program.
This is the Omaha News.
The Omaha Children's Museum has an exciting new exhibit. Reporter Elle Love is here at our live table to talk about this family-friendly learning experience.
About 65 million years ago, dinosaurs roamed the earth. Now, they roam again in the halls of the Omaha Children's Museum, helping young kids act as construction workers and paleontologists to build a dinosaur research facility. Dinosaurs, bulldozers, and yellow helmets. Diggin' Dinos combine the concept of life-size animatronic dinosaurs with construction equipment to help children explore various STEM careers in the future. Chief Advancement Officer Michelle Chartrand said 30 years ago, the Omaha Children's Museum is the first to bring animatronic dinosaurs to Omaha.
We try to take a different twist on it, so we don't want it to be the same dinosaur exhibit every time. So our exhibits team, our education team, marketing, and fundraising, we all kind of come together and try to think of what themes and concepts we haven't explored yet, and also what would be age appropriate for our audience and for the families that visit.
Chartrand said that the Omaha Children's Museum is the most visited museum in the state of Nebraska, with over 320,000 visitors annually. She expects the numbers for Diggin' Dinos to be about 160,000 visitors because of the popularity of dinosaur exhibits. Chartrand said 80% of the families who visit the museum say they visit to spend quality family time with each other.
So what we try to do in all of our exhibits, whether it's a temporary exhibit or a permanent exhibit, is really try to make it engaging for the parents as well. So the parents don't just sit and watch their child play, but they're actually immersed in the play with their child and get to have that full family experience.
And you're also too short, so I can't pick up the wood as good. That's okay, Tiny. Luckily, we have a lot of helpers here today.
Join this adventurous exhibit before the dinosaurs go extinct, continuing through April 11th, 2020. The interactive presentations and engineering games of the exhibit run daily and may end up excavating some budding STEM students.
The UNO Black Studies Department brought people from different races, ethnicities, and backgrounds to Milo Bale for a dinner and discussion about the issues involving race in the community. From white to black, young to old, students at UNO and members of the Omaha community gathered last Thursday and shared their experiences on race at the Let's Talk About Race event. Topics such as reparations, social injustices, and progression as a society were highlighted. The goal was to encourage people to talk about important topics that are uncomfortable. Event goers who may have been blinded of the racial issues left the event with an open mind. A teacher who has biracial children and is married to a black man says that her perspective was completely changed when she heard the stories of what life was like for different races. Describing herself as sheltered to racial issues, the event inspired her to make a difference and start informing others. The UNO Black Studies Department puts on a Let's Talk About Race event once a year. After a successful turnout and positive responses from the community, they plan for more gatherings in the near future.
The UNO College of Business Administration has worked on an international level, teaming up on projects with countries like Italy, China, and Costa Rica. Reporter Shane Thomas joins us live at Mammal Hall to tell us about the newest initiative offered by the college right here in Omaha.
For the past month, the Center for Professional Sales has helped increase outreach among students. Members are currently searching for alumni funding to help take the College of Business Administration to the next level.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha, until recently, still had to find a place in the School of Business for professional sales to call home, despite being less than 1% of schools worldwide awarded the AACSB. Marketing instructor and founder Shannon Cummings says she sees a large impact this program has given to business administrative students since her transfer from the University of Wisconsin.
Understand first and foremost that sales isn't just about talking, it's about listening and understanding problems first and foremost. And then when they get that positive feedback from professionals, it's really wonderful to see them light up and be like, wow, I didn't realize I was going to be good at this.
Following a recent win at August's pitch competition, its students agreed to live up to becoming the next level in the college's history.
As the only one of its kind in the state of Nebraska, the center aims to aiding local businesses throughout the metro area through sales research and training.
Associate Dean Dr. Amy Rohde, with others, has the privilege of observing the center spread to students of all ages.
High schoolers who are interested in marketing and sales will be attracted to UNO. I think students who are interested in this area are more likely to stay all the way for their degree, so it will increase retention at UNO.
Amongst other elements, one factor solely defines the center's journey.
Oh, I think it will be a source of pride for the campus.
With vast expansion, college faculty alongside students keep looking to the reasons why they began a short while ago.
The university is in the process of adding another addition to the Mammal Hall. The new addition will include 6 new classrooms and a new place for the School of Accounting. Brian, Jay, back to you.
Coming up, we head over to our sports team to check in on Maverick hockey.
Next, we hit the soccer field to see one player's transformation while battling an injury.
All this and more on the Omaha News.
I wish I had someone to help me with my research paper.
The UNO Writing Center. It's a place where you can meet with a trained writing consultant to work on course papers, resumes, cover letters, theses, and dissertations. The UNO Writing Centers are located at Arts and Science 150, Chris Library, and Mammal Hall 131.
That sounds great. I'll head there now.
It's that time of year again.
Flu season?
Ugh.
Did you know you can get your flu shot at the UNO Health Center?
But I'm already sick.
Well, the UNO Health Center can make you unsick.
Where are we?
Room 102 of the H&K building.
Come here to get your flu shot or help with any health concerns you might have.
Well, thanks. I need all the help I can get.
Social media can be fun, but it can also be a powerful tool. At the UNO Social Media Lab, we work together to advance our understanding of social media and technology on the UNO campus and beyond with research application services such as real-time social media tracking, social media listening, and assistance on how to work with first-party social media tools such as Twitter and Instagram analytics. We have also consulted and collaborated with communities in Nebraska to help them leverage social media to work for their communities.
Welcome back to this week's edition of Omaha Sports. I'm Phil Lemon. Women's soccer has struggled on the season so far, at one point having a 5-game losing streak. The team currently has an overall record of 4-8-1. They defeated South Dakota State last Thursday 1-0. However, they lost on Sunday to the South Dakota State Jackrabbits by a score of 0-2. They will face Denver this Thursday night and Oral Roberts Sunday night. Both games will be at Caniglia Field. Men's soccer is on a 2-game win streak after home victories against Western Illinois and Purdue-Fort Wayne, with 4 combined goals in the wins. The record is 3-6-2. The home contest against Bradley was canceled, so they will hit the road and play Eastern Illinois and Denver before returning to Caniglia Field to host Oral Roberts on November 2nd. The Omaha men's soccer team is 2 games into Summit League play. They are currently second in the conference despite not having a crucial member of their squad.
As the Omaha men's soccer season progresses, the Mavericks will be hoping to make another run at the Summit League title. Unfortunately, they'll have to do it without one of their most important players. Nil Ayats, a sophomore from Taradell, Spain, has been sidelined since the spring with a meniscus tear. While not being out on the field has impacted his morale, his rehab has helped him stay focused in his recovery.
The hard work that I've been doing for a couple of months, that helped me a lot, changing my mentality.
Ayats played a pivotal role in Omaha's 2018 campaign, where they eventually fell 1-0 to Denver in the Summit League final.
To many, Nil Ayats is one of the best players on this men's soccer team. And according to Coach Bob Warming, he has that little bit of extra something in the midfield that not many players can offer.
He's a special talent in his passing ability, his range of passing, his vision. He's a great teammate. Guys love him. And so not having him in the lineup this year, it's not one of those things where you just say, well, next guy go up and do it, because he has unique qualities.
Despite not appearing for the Mavericks since the Denver defeat last fall, Coach Warming says Nil still has an important role in this squad.
Nil's an ultimate teammate. He's a guy who takes care of his teammates. That's character. When you do things for others and think about other people more than you do yourself.
Ayats was named to the Summit League All-Tournament team in 2018 and impressed a lot of spectators in his freshman year, something that he is looking forward to building upon for his return.
And I think that when I came here, I didn't have that work. So now I think that when I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna be like more a competitive player.
For the Omaha News, I'm Owen Godberson.
Ayats says he is hoping to be cleared in time to see action in Omaha's Summit League matchup in Denver when the Mavericks take on the Denver Pioneers on the 26th. Omaha hockey is back in full force as the Mavericks bring in 12 new freshmen this season, which includes 3 new goalies. The Mavericks face the Manitoba Bisons for an exhibition match on October 7th, giving head coach Mike Gabinet a chance to see who he wants in his lineups. The starting goalie is projected to be Isaiah Seville, who has true potential between the pipes.
This is a young team by design. It's such an important part of his rebuilding process. So they're very highly regarded. Certainly Seville has the possibility of being on that World Junior team, which would just be fantastic, not only for him, but for this program. That is a very big deal.
The exhibition ended in a 3-3 tie, with sophomore Taylor Ward tallying 2 points. In addition, Omaha swept Alabama Huntsville at home last weekend. The Mavericks will hit the road and return to Baxter Arena November 8th and 9th to play the Wisconsin Badgers. The senior goalkeeper on the women's soccer team recently scored a goal with an exciting job opportunity. Reporter Daniel Kingery takes a look into the various employment opportunities provided to college athletes.
When I first applied to National Indemnity, I was sitting on a bus on my way to Memphis in the summer of 2018, and I had never applied for a real job before.
For Bunker, being a part of the women's soccer team has helped prepare for a job in many different ways.
Being an athlete really helped me set up with having discipline and knowing time management and being able to critically think under pressure and meeting all those deadlines.
According to an NCAA survey released in 2016, former student athletes are more likely to be engaged at work, involved in the community, and driven to meet goals. Senior Associate Athletic Director for Academic Success and Student Athlete Development, Lindsay Ekwerigwu, says that student athletes need to know how to use the resources that they are being provided with.
The best way for them to prepare is to be willing to kind of step outside of their comfort zone and ask for help. Here in this space, we offer a lot of really good resources.
Being a part of a team at the NCAA level helps provide friendships that last a lifetime and teaches valuable social skills.
The best part is that your best friends, your social life are your teammates, and so it's really easy to navigate that part of your lifestyle.
Bunker says that new incoming student athletes coming to UNO should try and go 110% and try to listen to your teachers because they know what's best for your career.
Although you'll always be an athlete, at the end of the day, you're always going to have a career after graduation. That's the main goal. And the professors at UNO truly want to help you, and they truly want to give you the best opportunities post-graduation to land a career that you love.
For the Omaha News, I'm Dan Kingery.
Bunker will start her job with National Indemnity, a division of Berkshire Hathaway, in January of 2020 in London. That's all we have for Omaha Sports this week. Brian, Jay, back to you.
Thanks, Phil. Coming up, UNMC and Creighton students volunteer to give kids creative fall fun.
Next, a university aviation team spreads their wings at a regional tournament.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Marlena Davidson, and I'm a faculty member in the School of Communication here at the University of Nebraska at Omaha. Many of you might be asking yourself, how does an online public speaking class work? Well, technology has made it possible to craft an online course following the same objectives that we have in our face-to-face class. In the online class, there are videos, quizzes, assignments, and exams, even discussion forums that speak to the core concepts of public speaking. Students record their online speeches in front of their peers, and then they receive feedback. Now, our hope is that students will reduce their anxiety, develop a strong speaking voice, and use dynamic gestures. Hope to see you online.
Coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, faded press to a full.
A unique food hall opened in Exarban Village this October, inspired by others in major U.S. cities. The Inner Rail, located on 67th and Shirley, is sandwiched between the HDR headquarters and a parking garage. The modern concept was designed and built to fully utilize the property. With over 2,500 employees and thousands of college students in Exarban, the food hall provides a central meeting point. It's a collaborative social space with 10 separate shops and several patio games.
Inner Rail is a great addition to a growing area. It's right next to the UNO campus, and you got the new baseball field coming in, so it's going to be a really popular area.
Inner Rail expects to gain more momentum among the community because of its proximity to Baxter Arena and to office buildings currently being built in the immediate area. The food hall also serves as an entertainment district with outdoor spaces dedicated to music performances.
The UNO flight team is taking to the skies this week as they compete in a regional tournament. Reporter Jack Hoover has more on the National Intercollegiate Flying Association.
Bringing together some of the best aviation schools in the Midwest region, the NIFA Regional Tournament gives aspiring pilots a chance to compete against their peers. This year, Council Bluffs Municipal Airport will be the site of the tournament, as Omaha's flight team, the Flying Mavs as they're known, will be looking to defend their first place title from last season. Although the Mavs will have to compete against North Dakota University, last year's overall national champion, hopes are high on the team that they can come out on top again this year.
So for our region this year, the top 4 schools will get to go to nationals. So hopefully we're in that grouping. It would be great to win. Like I said, competing against North Dakota will be awfully tough. But as long as we make it to nationals, then everything's good.
At regionals, the Flying Mavs will be tested in 2 types of events: ground events and air events.
We do our ground events, and those are consisted of the E6B flight computer, the SCAN simulated comprehensive aircraft navigation test, and then on Thursday and Friday we do our flying event tests. We have 2 landings, a power on and a power off landing competition, where they paint a line on the runway and we try to come down and hit that line.
Once all these competitions are finished at the end of the week, the results will be added up and then scored. A winner will then be decided on October 19th. For the Omaha News, I'm Jack Hoover.
Should the UNO aviation flight team place in the top 4 of regionals, the next step for the team will be to compete in the national tournament in June.
Most children are diagnosed with autism after age 4, though it can be diagnosed as early as age 2. Hands-on activities such as the Fall Festival put on by UNMC's Autism Society of Nebraska helps kids with problem solving and getting out some energy. Spectrum disorder affects how children communicate and act with the world around them. Parents brought their kids to the Autism Society to play games and dress up in costumes. UNO and Creighton occupational therapy students like Sarah Mall volunteered their time to give these children fun fall memories.
Today we're running the Fall Festival for the Autism Society of Nebraska, and basically today is just all about celebrating the season, giving the kids a chance to have some fun. We've got a bunch of activities planned, some big, some small, some crafts, just something for everybody.
All says the goal of the event was to improve the kids' focus in a fun and interactive way. The University of Rochester Medical Center reports that interactive activities like these are a great way for children with autism to improve their focus. That's all we have for today. Be sure to come back next week for more exciting stories in your community.
Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at UNO the Omaha News, or find our website for even more news and stories at unomahanews.com.
From all of us here at UNO Television, thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time.
Support for this program is provided by Sequent Planning, an SEC-registered investment advisor, helping people make informed retirement income decisions. Additional information is available at sequentomaha.com.
When a child is fighting cancer, the Love Your Melon UNO campus crew is there. We believe in a simple positive impact by visiting these children and doing volunteer work around the community.
Being able to work with people, do volunteering, and helping those that really need it is a really big draw for me.
Please visit our social media or loveyourmelon.com for more information.
Lyle, calm down.
For over a century, the Child Saving Institute has been responding to the cry of a child, helping children and their families in all sorts of circumstances, through pregnancy counseling, to early childhood education, and family therapy, to foster parenting. The Child Saving Institute is here to make sure we give children from infants to young adults the best childhood possible. Child Saving Institute, where childhood matters, we make a difference.